Hey guys, Huck Sports Cards here. Hope everybody's having a blessed day. Well guys, I got a package back from FedEx today, and it was my graded stuff from PSA. So I'm going to do a PSA reveal today. So overall, it was a mixture of good, bad, and ugly, I guess you would say. And there was some good grades, and I felt like whoever graded these wasn't very consistent, that's for sure, on the grades. But there were some that, I hit right on what I thought the grade was going to be, and some were just barely off. But I'm going to be honest with you, there was a few that, how would I say this? I felt like I got kicked in the nuts, to be honest with you, on some of these. I know that I bought a couple from the Lexington card show, and it was couple of Ernie Banks All-Star cards from 1958, and I looked these things over and I was sure that they were going to come back fives, and that's the reason why I sent them in to get graded, but they didn't. And that was two of them. I felt like I just got kicked in the nuts. But guys, I want to show you these today. Going to do this reveal. I've already seen the grades, so I know what they are, but I want to show you some of the grades that we got. So let's go take a look at them. All right, guys, well, here's some of the cards, and I had a few of my buddies from work actually send some in as well. So some of these are Troy's right here. So, but yeah, he sent us 57 Billy Martin in, and it got a 7. And that was the first one that I listed on the PSA list when I sent it in. So I thought, man, this looks pretty good. We got a 7 on this one. And we might have got a pretty good grader here. So, and it was a really nice card actually. So it was definitely, worthy of a 7 on here. Now, honestly, this Whitey Herzog card got a 6, and I really thought that it was probably going to get a 5. As you can see down here, where it's got a little bit of a mark there and everything, but it did. It got a 6. Like I said, I thought it would probably get a 5. It was off center and everything. But then this Billy Williams, I really thought that it was going to get a 6, and like I said, I thought the Whitey Herzog would get a 5. So the Whitey was probably graded a little bit higher than I thought, and this Billy Williams was graded a little bit lower than I thought. So, because this card is a really, really nice card though, and looks really good, presents well. Then you got this Louis Tiant, and it was a 4. So, and that was probably, honestly, about right on that one. So, probably was. So, yeah, it was funny because, like I said, when I started watching it, you could see it started out 7, 6, 5, 4 for the grades was the first ones on the line. I thought, oh my gosh, we're in trouble here. So, and then unfortunately, these Clemente cards, both graded 3s. Now, I guess that was fair. You could see the corner wear on these things. So it probably was a fair grade. I was hoping, that this 67 might grade a 4. But, I think Troy was happy with his grades on his cards and everything. So then this 73 Clemente, it was a pretty nice 6 there. So I think he was happy with that as well. Now, to be honest with you, I didn't think that this George Brett was going to grade a 7. I thought it would probably grade a 6. So I was pleased for him on this card, because it's really hard to get 7s on these George Bretts, these rookie cards now and everything. So yeah, so definitely happy with that one. So some nice grades on those. But now here's one that you always hate to see. His Rod Carew, 68 Rod Carew, came back minimum size, and to be honest with you, I just checked it out to see, and sure enough it was. So I wished I would have looked beforehand, and I could have told him that that it was short. So, but I didn't even look. You know, sometimes you just overlook stuff like that. But yeah, that's just some of the cards that Troy had sent in. All right, guys. Well, here's another one of my friends at work, Andy, some of his cards. And like I've always said about Andy, he's just a true collector. He's not worried about turning around and selling anything. If he gets something, he just wants it graded. He just gets it graded. So here's a couple cards right here from 1959. You got this Ernie Banks, and now it had a crease on it. You could probably see it a little bit there. And so definitely we kind of knew that was going to get a 2. Was hoping that the Hank Aaron would get a 3. I mean, it's got some corner wear, as you could see. And so, you know, a little disappointed they got 2 on that one. Should have maybe been a 3. And then here's Andy's a big Reds fan. So he'll get a lot of his Reds guys graded. So, and this one got a 5, so not too bad. And then this nice Frank Robinson right here also got a 5. So I know he was definitely happy about a 61 Topps getting a 5. So yeah, definitely a good grade on that one. And you got Roger Craig. So as you'll see in some of this, he gets a lot of players that are coaches. He'll get their cards graded. So it was a 4 on that one. So, and you got 1965 Don Zimmer, got a 4 on there. So not too bad. Tommy John got a 7. Thank God they didn't get a minimum size on this 68 here. Then this is funny. I think I've showed these 2 cards before, but here's a 68, a 69, Joe Morgan. Exactly the same picture, except one of them, he's a little bit darker than the other one. So I don't know how, I mean, they just, I guess the flash or whatever, how they did that. But as you can see, because it looks like there's something right above his head in the background, so you could tell it's the exact same picture, just a different shade. So here's a Tony Perez, got a 6 on that. I think he was happy with that. If I'm not mistaken, I think I even sold him this Tony Perez card, I do believe. So and you got a 72 Bobby Orr card. So, and then Dan Edsel on this one, along with Rick Barry. A couple Hall of Famers there. Got a 4 on that one. Got a 6 on this Yaz card. And then you got an 8 on this 73 Topps home run leaders. And I'm pretty sure that I sold him this card as well. So I'm pretty sure I sold him the Tony Perez in this one. So you got an 8 on this one, and you got a 6 on that Perez. So maybe I shouldn't have sold them to him, right? And unfortunately for him, this Jim Bunning came back minimum size. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of disagree with this because I just measured this up just like I did the other one that Troy had, and this one seemed like it measured right. So a little disappointed that they didn't grade this one. And to finish up some of Andy's cards, got this McGuire, got an 8 on it. Roger Clemens, he got a 7. It's Bo Jackson, he got an 8 on it. And like I said, he likes to grade coaches' cards or players that are going to be coaches. And this Billy Martin, he got a 7 on. Joe Morgan got a 9. And now here's something that was disappointing. Who would ever think that a 1983
Billy Martin would come back minimum size. And I actually measured it up with another card, and it was just barely, probably a little bit short. I mean, ain't nobody trimmed this card, so it had to have been done at the factory like that when it was being printed and cut, because I mean, it's just barely. I would almost think the PSA would have thrown it in a slab anyway, because I mean, the Billy Martin card, coaching card, is not going to be worth anything. And actually, this Wade Boggs, it was short from top to bottom, just a hair. So, but that's some of Andy's cards. So,
Hey guys, well, I appreciate you watching. That was just some of the cards. I've got a few more that I'm going to have to show and do a part 2. I don't want to make this video too long. But guys, I appreciate you watching today. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I ask that you do so. But until next time, we'll see you later.